This is a lightsaber I got in this box, and I'll be unboxing and explaining it to you. It's from Ultra Sabers. Okay. So this is what we can do. We're gonna here. I might need, let's see here. Cut this guy out. Oh, that's what I'm saying. There we go. Come on. There we go. So, with the auto servers lately, I noticed that if you choose and want to use the saber stuff from them, for example, like double-bladed saber stuff that you get just standard coupler with, okay? But this is not a saber stuff. This is just a single blade hilt that I chose. Yeah. So the standard coupler that you would normally get is one of these, okay? Something like this, something pretty basic. But with that, I noticed it will not fit flush with something that's a stunt saber, obviously. This one is vented because, again, because, yeah, that's here. Yeah. There we go. Let's see do this. Because, again, like, with this new barrier ship that I offer from Ultra Sabers, that the 18650 barriers that they come with now, okay? They're nice and all, but there's one flaw with it. With that one flaw, there is one flaw with it, I noticed. That one flaw is that, here we go, okay, got it. So, with this barrier, or with this coupler, standard one you get for free, obviously, I know it's free, but it should fit in there perfectly. But it doesn't, because of that right there. The speaker setup in it. Even though no speaker in it, that actually protrudes out of the hilt, okay? Or in the hilt, I should say, too far out. So, having this coupler, which I'll show you in a couple minutes, is not going to fit in there fully and make it flush mounted like it says, okay? That's why I usually use this type of coupler right here for vented, obviously for sound, for those sabers over there. Those two right there, that one and that one right there in the center. We don't have sound sabers, but with this setup, this one should screw all the way in and meet way over the center here, but it doesn't, okay? Again, I know this is a shorter hilt, I get that much, but it should fit in there if it's a free option that you get. But with Ultra Sabers, I tried emailing them and asking them about this stuff, and so basically, like, they didn't respond at all from me, or back to me, I should say. Let me actually do it this way. So, yeah, I'm gonna tighten this down quickly. How do I do this? Just do this so we can. Yeah, we are fully in there. You see, it's not gonna go fully in there inside the hilt like it normally should. Okay. Now for the other side, and just also the same setup on it. Okay. Same setup, same everything as stunt setup. But with this option that they're offering now, it actually will not fit properly in there. It only goes so far in, and then it will stop like that. You see, now I can't twist it anymore. So that's what you get with the standard coupler now. Okay, you get the hole in the center. It doesn't look the best, but it's a free option. I get that still. But it should be flush without having this gap here, okay? Now with this one, I wanted to try one other option before I do this video, or to start on that whole thing again, is try the longer version of this hilt with a recharge port, okay? Why a recharge port? Because I can, and I like that option. It's just easier without using, taking on the batteries in and out all the time, and so forth and so far, you know, so on and so forth, okay? But, I'm trying this option to see if it will help with that issue. The point of view or just there was at this point in time, okay? Where is that? I get that they're budget entry or budget friendly company. I get that, but with their option just free, it should fit all the sabers, but it doesn't fit all the sabers for a couple. And this is a thing I noticed recently with a new barrier setup, the 18650 barrier set, okay? And this is also a stunt saber if you're wondering. So here it is. With the heavy grade 32-inch blade, it should be. Heavy grade blade with a recharge port in it, okay? I wanted to see if it will fit with this coupler right here with one of these sails. I don't have another one like this version, but I know if it does fit in this one, I'll keep using this longer hilt version, but I don't know if it will, because let's just line up here and here. I don't know just yet, because I know it's longer. Yeah, I get that, but you can even see how long it is. Let's do that and that. We line up here. So you can see how longer it is from this hilt to this hilt. Okay. Focus. There. So I'm hoping that solves that issue. But it's not an issue in my opinion. It's just something I noticed that's kind of frustrating to me. That you buy a saber, and it reminds you, this was a saber stuff when I first got it. So, and it came with the free coupler too. So again, that is not a good thing to know, that they should have fixed it a long time ago when I thought about that. Either there's one way around that, you could sand it down, but if you do want to upgrade your sound eventually, then you can't without pushing everything inside the hill. Okay. Again, I'll be testing that off camera because it's just gonna be easier, I think. But yeah, so basically that's why I wanted to see this hilt right here, if it would fix that issue. But again, I don't know. Let me just see if I can get this undone here. Yeah, I can't get that undone. So I'll do it off camera. But actually, I'm gonna pause it here. Let me see. So now it's back and ready. So now this is the hilt I just got again. I'll test it with the coupler here at 2 of these, and the other one's over there, as you can kind of see. There we go. See on the tip, counter there. Right here it is. Exact same coupler, same exact size, same everything. So let's see here. Alright, so what I want to do is take out the pommel here and just see how yeah. I don't know for sure on that. Oh, let me see if I can. Yeah, it might have the same issue here. I don't know for sure. Let's just see. Actually, let's use this right here. Hang on. I'll be using this instead of this one because this is kind of beat up and whatnot. I don't want to screw it and not get it undone then. Hang on. So here we go again with the coupler. Not in yet, but just sticking my one hand in here. Hopefully. Got it. Alright. So basically, I'm gonna see if it fits fully in there. If it doesn't, well, then I will not recommend all series or yeah, that's not good. So yeah, it still stops at the same point. So I don't know if I want to. I won't send it back, but that's just frustrating to me that you buy a saber and you can't even get the coupler in there fully. Okay. See, it's fully in there. You can't even do it any farther than that, okay? And just to make sure here, this is not the same hilt on the other side, but it works the same way. But basically, yeah, that's gonna be the same exact issue. That's what I was worried about here. Not worried about, but kind of annoyed about, right? That you buy a saber, as I was saying. Let me see how it goes. Damn. So you buy a saber, but there we go. It doesn't fully go in all the way. Yep, same exact issue. That's what I was worried about. So it's fully in there. Okay, look, see it's fully in there. I don't know if you can pick it up, but let's see here. Come on. Focus. There we go. So that's exactly the same issue I had with the other hilt. So I'm gonna have to not recommend Ultra Sabers anymore for Saber Straps at least, because unless if you really want to modify, not gonna do that for him. Modify the chassis a little bit, but if you do that, then it's it's not gonna be the same. You can't upgrade the sound later on, and I don't believe you can. Actually, let me pause it quickly. Before to even upgrade to a better battery, though, the 18650 batteries, I know that without sound and with sound you vent coupler, obviously, you cannot crush the speaker, but that's not the point here. The point of this whole thing is to explain that their stock coupler here doesn't work with the 18650 batteries now. So either I don't recommend all Sabers to anybody else, or I don't buy from them again, because again, I like Saber Straps. That's just me. It's 2-in-1, and you get double the fun and everything else, right? But still, with that little flaw, if they fix it down the road, I think, if people complain enough, they will fix it, I think. I've been with them for a long time now, and I believe on my channel, that's actually the first video I posted on my channel, I think so, of this same exact, so just the LE version without windows. So basically, this version of it, but this is just my version of it, obviously without windows though. Now I don't want to offer windows, which is kind of like, if you like it, you like it, you don't like it, you don't like it, you know. But I'm gonna have to talk to him about, I'm gonna see if I can get back in touch with him again and say, hey, why don't you fix this flaw, because it's annoying to me, and I bet everybody else agrees with me that you buy a saber and you can't put it together correctly without getting some other part for it. You know what I mean?